song is called I Am a Native.
I am a native on these islands. I am a native on these islands they call Hawaii. I wanna tell you, the people of the world, about a story how they had put our queen in the jail. She stood for freedom.
Lili uokalani,
She stood for love.
Lili uokalani,
She prayed to the Father in heaven,
Lili
and
uokalani.
His Son to die on the cross. And she prayed, in the name of the Lord, I will ask you back. In the name of God, ask you for the land.
In the name of the Lord,
Give me back our land. You stole from my kingdom. You stole from my kingdom. We are the natives of these islands. We are the natives of these islands they call Hawaii. We want to tell you, the people of the world, about a story how they had put our queen in the jail. She stood for freedom.
Lili uokalani,
She stood for love.
Lili uokalani,
And she prayed to the Father in heaven,
Lili
and His
uokalani.
Son to die on the cross. And she prayed, in the name of the Lord, I will ask you back.
In the name of God,
Ask you for the land.
in the name of the Lord,
Give us back our land. You stole from our kingdom. You stole from our kingdom. 'Cause we are waiting patiently.
oh America,
We are waiting patiently.
oh America,
We have fought in your war,
oh America,
and many of us died for your cause.
oh America,
Oh, bring back the land that
Oh,
you have stolen,
America.
and restore the kingdom
Oh,
you
America.
behold. 'Cause I am a native, all these islands. I am a native, all these islands they call Hawaii. They call Hawaii. They call Hawaii. They call Hawaii.
I am a native.
Keki. Now it is you who have to learn. Watch for the nalo. Kohida opi. Nana. Observe. Huli. Look for the nalo. Watch your eke. Flow with the kai. Na keki. Use your hands, your lima, your wawai. Look onto the horizon. Watch the number. Flow. Be calm, mali. How good it is. Oh, wait. The eke. Welcome to Lily Kapa.
Mahalo, Kekai. Here we have the Hauki Uki. Some people call it Uki Uki, Haui Ui on Maui. It's purplish in color. You have the niho, which is the teeth, inside. The meat is yellow. Very delicious. Good to mix it with your akuli, manini. Mix it up, lomi with your kukui, inamona. Delicious. Over here we have what you call the makuikui, opihi, yellow in meat. And also, you can see the limo palahalaha, which is the sea lettuce attached to it. This ground here just happened that Pohaku over there had about maybe 150 of these sizes. I left the rest so that I just brought back enough for me to eat. This I love to do down at the ocean. I can kohe my own opihi. Eat the limpid shell, the opihi shell. Eat the meat and survive. Give me moisture. Sometimes the green limo. La plahalaha, limo plahalaha. You can eat it like lettuce. It's like a vegetable at your dinner table. And you can really have a meal with the hauki again. 6 or 7 would be just right. Just poke your middle finger inside. Put them inside here. And get the meat out. Oh, I love to do it. Every time I eat one, I want to eat some more. 100. This area here is called Lelekava. The point here at Lelekava. It's in the point near to Lower Paia town on Maui. And Lelekava has been an old place where our kupuna of old also come here to fish and to get whatever they can from the kahakai, the hauki-hoki, makuikui, koele, opihi, all those things, limo, kohu, whatever the area has to give them. The kupuna came here and just made use. They took enough so that they could share the rest for the other ohana. Also we have here, I picked up was pipipi. What we can do to survive, if anytime you're down in the ocean, all this pipipi in my hand and the opihi that I have caught in a short time would make a meal. Put this into a can or a pot, boil it, put some pa'akai, some salt on top, and you make soup, opihi soup with pipipi, and that would be just right. Ono, delicious Hawaiian soup, straight from the sea.
I've been around the world and I'm back to stay. Seen many cities and all the lights, deepest of the oceans and the highest heights. I'm gonna stay, yes I will, right here in Kanakaville. We got sunshine and flowers every day. People loving people, children play. No one seems to worry, having lots of fun. Swimming in the ocean and lying in the sun. My place is here, I'll drink my beer, right here in Kanakaville. Music in the moonlight, such a great place to dine. Hula girls are swaying, surfing is fine. invitation that I'll send to you. I'll take a little trip across the ocean blue. Mauna Kea are the words to say when you arrive on a bright sunny day. I hope you stay, I know I will, right here in Connecticut. Music in the moonlight, such a great place to dine. Pool of girls are swaying, surfing is fine. Wear a flower lace, take off your shoes. A fish and boy, plenty of booze. So here's an invitation that I'll send to you. Take a little trip across the ocean blue. Mahalo Loa are the words to say when you arrive on a bright sunny day. I hope you stay, I know I will, right here in Connecticut. I hope you stay, yes I will, right here in Connecticut. Get on that plane and hop over here to Hawaii, folks. Take it over. Get yourself some Tanya. Lie in the sun. Look like one of us. Play some golf. Chew gum. Yeah. Right on.
Today we're going to be talking about the importance of the cassette tape in the history of reggae music, sound system cassettes, trading of cassettes, and my personal experience growing up buying reggae cassettes. So I first got into cassettes probably at 5 years old. I was trading hip-hop mixes, you know. Then around 10, I was introduced to reggae, and I really got, you know, I became obsessed with it. So at the time, cassettes were the main medium that people were into as far as, you know, collecting and listening to music, cassettes and records. So the first tape I got, I think, was Gregory Isaac's More Gregory, and after that, every week I just go to the record store, Harry's, which was down the street, or Jelly's, and I'd buy a Gregory Isaacs tape. So my ways of collecting were a little different, as I had more of a completist kind of mentality where I wanted every cassette from that artist. So Gregory Isaacs was the first. And then with reggae music, there would be a lot of showdown tapes or clash tapes where there'd be two artists. So then there was one Gregory Isaacs tape called Judge Not, and it was Gregory Isaacs and Dennis Brown. So then I discovered Dennis Brown, so I started collecting everything from Dennis Brown. And that's kind of how I got my start, you know. The good thing about, you know, being a young kid collecting this music was there was a lot of reggae samplers available. Like Greensleeves had some samplers, Ross Records had some samplers, and that kind of gave us access to artists we never heard, you know. I remember first hearing Ika Mouse, Michigan and Smiley, Peter Broggs, Don Carlos, and they're all on the same cassette, you know. So that those samplers were very important to my knowledge and me learning about this music and the history. And if you look at the cassettes, a lot of them would have the back or the inside of the cassette would be a mail order list that listed pretty much every tape that these companies had. So that was another thing that I'd meditate on, you know. Even though I didn't know these artists at the time, I would kind of go by the names of the artists and the name of the release, and it kind of give you an idea if it was dancehall or roots and culture or slackness or whatever. But you know, throughout the years, it's always been difficult because back then we didn't have internet, we didn't have access to hearing the music before buying it, unless you had a friend who had the tape. And then sometimes they wouldn't even want to share it with you because it was a challenge back then, you know. Who had the most rare underground rootsy tapes? So it was a roulette, you know. When I did venture out and start just buying different artists, you know, instead of focusing on one artist, you know, I'd be disappointed a lot at the time because when I first got into reggae, I was really into more of that root sound. But I was also into like the modern dancehall sound, like Pinchers was coming out at the time, Sanchez, Tiger, you know, Admiral Bailey. But there was just certain sounds that I gravitated more naturally. So back in the days, you know, a lot of the tapes I didn't like, I would sell in order to get new tapes, and I highly regret it nowadays because you can't even find tapes, pretty much. At least reggae tapes are very hard to find nowadays, you know. So I consider myself very fortunate to have grown up in a time when tapes, that's what we had, you know. We didn't have internet sites to buy stuff. We had the record store. We'd go there all the time, and every day would be different, you know. There'd be used tapes for $3, so you could find some good used reggae stuff or any genre actually. But because it was so important, the cassette at that time, there was always a fluctuation, people buying and selling cassettes and records. So the stock of reggae cassettes at these stores was always changing, you know, because cassettes were so sought after back then. Probably in the late 90s, you could actually, there were sites, forums, where you could trade your sound system tapes with other collectors or actually purchase them. You know, I don't think those sites are available anymore, and the cassette's pretty much not revered as it was in the past, but I'm glad at that time I was able to buy those tapes, trade those tapes, and I still have all those tapes, you know. And And there's a lot that you can see or hear the sessions on YouTube or whatever, but nothing really beats having the cassette, you know, and enjoying the cassette in your own house, you know. I mean, nowadays you hear the term crate digging or digging, you know. I mean, it's always been a term that everybody used, but I don't think the essence is the same, you know. Back then, we didn't have the option of buying online. You know, we'd have to go to the store and thus dig, you know. And I have fond memories of that because that's pretty much, I think it taught my hands how to work faster, you know, digging through records and stuff. And I think it's a lost feeling, you know. I mean, there's still a lot of record stores and nowadays there's a lot of shops popping up, but the prices are much more expensive, you know. And it's harder to find good used reggae, at least, you know, nowadays.
Long ago I needed you. Say you be the one. Ooh, but you.
What's up? This is Roger Bong from Aloha Got Soul. You're in Honolulu, Hawaii, and I'm about to show you some records and a few things about digging here in Hawaii. I've been digging for Hawaiian records for a couple years now. Digging in Hawaii is unique because you can come across all these records that you can't find anywhere else, and they have this Hawaiian sound, and they're accessible to everybody. One of my favorites is this one right here. Check out the back. So this was a duo, a guy and a girl, playing acoustic bass, acoustic guitar, singing. They did some covers, but the title track, Catching a Wave, is incredible. It's a great mix of kind of Hawaiian melodies with some jazzy influences. If you pick this up, you would immediately know that it's from Hawaii, you know? Chucky Boy Chalk and Oahu Brand, one of my other favorite records. Chucky Boy does such a great job of blending all of these different types of sounds and genres and creating his own unique sound that I think can only be made by someone who lives here and has a background in traditional Hawaiian music, jazz music, living in the country by the mountainside. It's solid from the start all the way to the end. Nature. A lot of people hit me up through the website to find out like where's the record shops in Hawaii, where can you go digging on the island. On Oahu you have places like Jellies, places like Hungry Ear. Hungry Ear's been around, they're the oldest record store on the island. They've been around for a couple decades now. Hungry is cool. You could stop in, chat with the owners, Denny and Ward, have a conversation about any type of music. When I go in, they know that I want to talk about Hawaiian music, but you can talk to them about anything from like Pearl Jam to jazz music to stuff coming out nowadays. And then there's places like Jellies, which is where I got this. Jellies is cool because you never know what's going to come into that store. Like the guy who runs the music department, Norm, he's constantly buying new records, used records. There's actually two locations for Jellies. The store here in Honolulu, and then there's the store in Aiea. The local section is always worth picking through because just the other day I found this, and this is one of my most recent favorites. Society is 7. They're still performing in Las Vegas, if that gives you an idea of where they're at. In terms of albums by Society is 7, there's only a handful that are actually worth listening to in my opinion, and this is definitely one of them. Zaf and Mark Taylor put out this song on their Americana comp.
My love reached out for you, and you felt it too.
You can find records at the record shops, but of course, you can find records at the thrift stores.
Hello, we found love. Yeah, we found.
And this one specifically, this record, I found at the thrift shop, and it was my biggest find last year. It's by a group called Just in Time. A Life in a Day is the album title. I found this sealed in a thrift shop way out in the country. It was probably 25 cents. It looked like some kind of ambient music from the West Coast, but it turned out to be recorded live at University of Hawaii in 1979. It's jazz, it's funk, it's fusion, it's all over the place. There's even a spoken word track. Each song is about a feeling or sensation or an experience that we have in our lifetimes. And that's why the album's called A Life in a Day. You could drop the needle anywhere on this record and there's an outstanding track.
Aloha, welcome to Samoa, to the Polynesian Cultural Center. My name is Cap. We're going to show you how to climb the coconut. I'm going to show you how it's done right. Don't do it wrong, do it right, okay? What we use here, bark of the wild hibiscus. Remember there's low hibiscus, there's hibiscus, but this is wild hibiscus. To get those abs, those pecs, those bicep, the tricep, and the trapezius in the back there. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it. Put it on your feet like this, the figure eight. Sure you keep them apart all the time. You can't choose them like this or you're gonna fall. One hand goes here, one hand goes here. Push them like this. See that? Ready for this? Let's go. Hey, welcome to the top of the world, my friends. I'm going to show you how to pick a coconut. You know this is the tree of life. It gives so much and much and much and never stop giving. I'm going to share with you where the juice is at. Right here, watch me. Yeah, that's it. That's for somebody else. Yeah, twist it. That's something, Marty. Let me show you how to cook it. Very good. See that? The best drink ever. Right in the mountain, we got coconut. Now you know how to do it. Please do not do it if you don't know how to do it. Let's go down. Let's do it upside down. When you fall up. Let's do it!
One day soon the sun's gonna shine. You be mine until the end of time. We will soar and yes, we'll fly. One day soon, you and I. wake up and find your loving smile ever on my mind. Whoa. Warm embrace, a warm embrace. Yes, my love, one day soon. Each I pray you'll come back to me and open up your loving arms. Oh, oh. Baby, you are my destiny. Feel you on my moment's charm. One day soon life's gonna change, and you and I will be as one again. Whoa. We will soar and yes, we will fly. One day soon, you and I. Hey. Each day I pray you'll come back to me and open up your loving arms. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Baby, you are my destiny. I'll give you all my warmest charms. One day soon life's gonna change, and you and I will be as one again. Whoa. We will soar and yes, we'll fly. One day soon, you and I. One day soon, you and I. One day soon, you and I. Hey, yeah, yeah.
Lover of mine, over the sea, deep blue ocean, waves in motion. Seems so long since I've seen you.
Captain Santa, Palm Cafe. Produced by Joymark Design.
We usually do one album a year. We try to do one album a year. And we do one big tour, which is Japan, Guam, Saipan.
Kalapana, when we're on the road, we have lots of fun. So and they're amazed at how well, we get along on the road. Individually, everybody's got their own careers also, solo careers. Everybody's kind of busy, and then we come together as a group and we do our tours.
Singing about Mauna Kea. Check this out. See this blue note? Look who's playing at the blue note. It's Kalapana. Here they are. I mean, this is major. Check this out. This is all happening at the Blue Note right here in Osaka. Appearing this week, or a pairing.
I just have to say, I've seen Kalapana play 100, 200 times. And this has honestly been the best that the guys have ever been. Everybody was in just perfect shape. I mean, the voices were in perfect harmony. I mean, the bass player here, Kenji Sano, was just boogieing his ass off. He does look a little bit like Paul McCartney, especially from the back, don't you?
It clicks, it's like if we go out maybe like on a 2-week tour, we'll go through the songs at my house for a couple hours, and that's it.
Get down.
Well, maybe that's why we get along so well. You know, we're not in each other's faces all the time, and we come together. You know, it's like, you know, old folks week, I guess.
Welcome to Hawaii night here in Tokyo.
Hey! Welcome to Tokyo.
Our hula dancers here.
Welcome to the 20-year anniversary reunion of McKinley High School.
You know, I figured if what we do can put a smile on the person's face or make them laugh, make them cry, bring emotion out of them, and then just enjoy, I think that's what we're here to do, you know.
We're gonna do something off of Mackey's Nightlife album. Something called Running from Love. Running from love. Thank you.
Thank you
Nadine's Music, the very best music stores in Hawaii, with high-tech showrooms in Honolulu and Kahului.
When I seem lost and crowded in, I look to heaven. I want to climb the highest mountain for some pleasure. Great Mauna Loa, I leave my lonesome world that grows congested with time. I think I'll step up to your mountaintop and stop a while to look down on the weather. Whoa, yes I'll be. I really can't say how far to go. I'm walking on clouds and seem to float. I follow the sun to find my way. Have the time of day. I found what I've always wanted, some peace of mind on a mountain, the clean fresh air just to breathe in. It makes you feel so good in your soul. Oh, in your soul. I'll pull the sky into my arms and feel the withering clouds. I'll watch the snow come tumbling down all around me. Yes, I'll be carefree of all my burdens, and one with heaven I'll find. Yes, I'll be standing on your mountain, looking down upon the pastures of the country. Whoa, yes, I'll be. I really can't say how far to go. I'm walking on clouds and seem to float. I follow the sun to find my way. Have the time of day. I found what I've always wanted, some peace of mind on a mountain, the clean fresh air just to breathe in. It makes you feel so good in your soul. Oh, in your soul. You're taking me higher. I really can't say how far to go. I'm walking on clouds that seem to flow. I'm trying to find my way. And you can have a time of day. How about a nice hand, everybody? Bobby and Hal.
Early in the morning, she would gather all her island fruits.
It's a song many have heard, but very few know its inspiration. There really was a sweet lady of Waiahole.
Carefully she makes her way beside the mountain stream, as she sings that island channel long ago.
This is the story behind the song.
Sweet lady of Waiahole,
For years, you could find her here next to Kamehameha Highway.
Sitting by the highway,
Just like the song says, and just like its writer, Gordon Broad, remembers.
selling her papaya
It wasn't just what she was selling,
and her green and ripe banana.
it was how she sold it that made her so memorable.
She's always smiling. Even when she firm with the price, she's still smiling. You got $3, $4. What about $3? $4.
Sweet? Maybe. Willing to haggle? Forget about it. Gordon knew her name and maybe figured he'd have time to learn more. But one day, she was gone. He never saw her again. He never will.
That's because the Sweet Lady of Waiahole has been resting here in Kaneohe since passing away in 1985.
She was a memory Gordon just didn't want to let go.
I say, wow, you know, maybe I should write a song about it.
Sweet lady of Waiahole.
And what a song it is. But there has to be more to our Sweet Lady. We set out to find it. We searched out in the country, made our way up into Waiahole Valley, walked down some driveways, knocked on some doors, and then the moment.
How's it going? We're looking for the family of Mrs. Matayoshi.
This is it.
That's Wayne Matayoshi, son of Fujiko Matayoshi, the Sweet Lady of Waiahole, the woman we all know in song, 8 children know as Mom, struggling to provide for her family after her husband died.
She was down there from morning till night, and sometimes late at night she would be pushing that wheelbarrow, and that wheelbarrow wasn't empty, it was just full of stuff.
For Fujiko, the work never ended.
And if she could do it 365 days a year, she would, rain or shine.
And remember how she held firm on her prices with our songwriter? She had to, because back home, if someone was in need,
she'll give it to her. It doesn't matter, but she always says, as long as you have the best of health, you can make the money and get another one.
Giving, even though she was poor.
With little that we had already, my mom would be one of those that would cook up a home meal and take it down to the school playground, and all the kids, everybody, not just her own, but the neighborhood kids would all swim around and partake of all the things that she was able to provide for that day.
Eventually, all the papayas and green and ripe bananas paid off. Fujiko saved enough to put her youngest through college. That's Kathy Saito, teacher, Kainalu Elementary.
I believe a lot of what I am today, I learned from my mom about her spirit. Friendly, very giving of herself, time, and her energy.
But about the title of that song.
Sweet lady of Waiahole.
We laugh because we tell people, oh, you think she was sweet?
Her kids say the Sweet Lady had a strict side. In those days and in those parts, that meant lickings.
She beat us to a pulp. She really did a lot of times, just because we were not listening.
But she got results.
I think she succeeded in many ways, and you know, our family is very humble, giving, loving, and we're all together.
Sadly, Fujiko never got to hear her song.
Sweet lady of Waiahole.
Her life, her legacy,
Sitting by the highway,
and her selfless demeanor
selling her papaya,
will always be the true fruits of the humble lady, the Sweet Lady of Waiahole.
Okay, we're here at Cindy's Lace Shop because in many ways Cindy's Lace Shop represents or is quintessential in the way that lace shops are here on Mauna Kea. So in the 1930s, lace shops were established on Mauna Kea because the great ships were located at the bottom of Mauna Kea. Over time, you started seeing the ships move to Aloha Tower, and the businesses still stayed here. But in many ways, being indoors in this shop is what makes Cindy's quintessential. So the Mauna Kea lace sellers have been traditionally down in this portion of Mauna Kea where Cindy's is. But originally they were even closer, below King Street, closer to where the big ships were and the tourists that came off of those ships. And you notice that today you have lace sellers up and down Mauna Kea. And one of those reasons for that is that Mauna Kea now is a one-way street, and you have businesses that want to have lays up closer to where the beginning of the street is rather than the bottom here.
I'm going to show you how to husk the coconut really quick using the chopstick. I'm going to show you how to do it with my teeth. All kinds of ways to open the coconut. No need a can opener. We're going to open it with my teeth and a stick. Check it out right here. Right here, toast up. How fast is that? Huh? Pretty cool, huh? Okay, let's do it with the teeth. I'm going to cut that. Here's the coconut. Hear this right here. Ta-da! Choo! Let's cut the coconut. All right. We can cut a piece of that. Cut the coconut. You use a knife if you want to. Smaller than this, maybe bigger than this. But don't use the very sharp edge of the. It might go right through. If you're not experienced, it's the back of the knife. Make sure it doesn't bounce to your face or your ears. Come off. Make sure you have the face of the coconut right there. 2 eyes, a mouth, and nose right here. And you cut right across the line between the eyes. Very simple. Right there. See how that? This is for you at home. You don't have a rock in your house. Use the knife. All right? Pretty good. You want some? Thank you for coming. We'll show you how to make the milk in the next episode. Don't stop following us. Keep following.
Water I pay to them from God, the nectar of rain that's free. Cities they say they build for all, but they trade the land I live so. No tell me go, no, no. No tell me go, no, 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 no. No tell me go, oh no. No tell me go, no, no. Sunrise I wake, sunset I sleep. No place to fish, nothing to eat, oh no. Tell me go now, not gonna leave. They lepo the ocean water, they lepo the fish in the sea. Limu mo e lepo, change the lifestyle in me. So no tell me go now, no. No tell me go, oh no, 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 no. No tell me go now, no. No tell me go, oh no. Sunrise I wake, sunset I sleep. No place to plant, nothing
Aloha,
to
sir, my
eat,
family is the
oh
last
no.
Hawaiians.
Tell me go now.
We've been here for
Not gonna
55
leave.
years and 4 generations. If you'd like to reach in your heart and participate.
In the valley Waimea I live. The valley has so much to give. There in front of me I've been so blind, but I'm home now, it took some time. So no tell me go now, no, 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 no. No tell me go, oh no, 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 no. No tell me go, oh no. No tell me go now, no, no. Sunrise I wake, sunset I sleep. No place to fish, nothing to eat, oh no. Tell me go now, I'm not gonna leave. I'm not gonna leave. I'm not gonna go. There's no place to go.
Limokala. One could apply it to the injury or the injured sore or a cut. Let it sit, dry out by the sun, and this would serve as what we will call a quick antibiotics to any injury on your arm or wherever you might get hurt down at the beach. The alani, akeake, mostly found throughout the islands here in Hawaii. The akeake grows wild. It is edible. It's not the choices of limo here on Maui, but it's edible. And if there is no other limo during the season time, the akeake can be used, chopping it up, and also could be applied for injury or sores. And mahalo nui loa, the akeake is brown because of the sun. This is dark in color. Some of it turns into very yellow or orange in color. So this is the akeake limo here at Father Jules Papa. We have what we call now other limos like the limo vavaiole, the rat's foot, very abundant, plentiful here on this coastline. Other limos such as limo e kahakaha, limo li pepe, limo palahalaha, limo pakanaka, limo huluhulu vaina, limo manowea, limo maneoneo, and on and on and on. And so today we come and share with you to what this certain coastline here on Maui, the Hamakua coastline, has so much to offer with survival. And so, mahalo, kupuna wahine. Thank you for sharing your time down here with the coming down to the Kahakai. And I thank you so much for your time in teaching me about survival and the sea.